Hey everybody, welcome to My Name is Spike. My name is Spike, and we are playing still Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. We are in the Aftershocks DLC. So our missions are involving everything to do with the remnants, or the reserve, I should say. So the old caches and that kind of stuff. So far it's been kind of a Easter egg hunt, sort of like find the caches. And in addition to finding caches, we've been finding these cool like memorabilia, old train, somebody's massive ring. That is like a Hulk-sized finger right there. Thomas Henderson. So yeah, we're finding all this kind of stuff. War memorabilia. This guy's little shadow box with all his little goodies in it. Hi, me. Medallion here. Medallion metal. It looks really familiar. If anybody can identify that metal, I'd appreciate it, because I'm drawing a blank on it. It's not Medal of Honor, I don't think. Piece of National Guard member. If you guys can identify that, if somebody can see what that is, I'd appreciate it. Because I'm really curious to find out what that medallion relates to. Let's go to the boat. So we're going to do a mission before a mission. Based on the incredibly well done video from my good friend AI, or Anomalous Insect, link down below. I'm going to take this thing out. Look at this thing. Look, you could choke up on it. Like you can literally just grab it at different places. That's really, that's some detail. But the absolution. So I was given a video demonstration of exactly what to do with this to make it effective. Swinging too fast, and I guess the effect is it just kind of bounces off of things. But you give it a good whick, and heads go a rolling. We're gonna give it a shot. Pistol, bow, food, usual stuff. What I'm gonna do first though is I'm going back to Memorial Lane from episode 7. I was advised that there was something in Memorial Lane. Oh, what's there? Oh, no herd. Even freaking better. And food caches. All right, we'll definitely go into Memorial Lane. I'm going to edit that down to be very small. So it's going to be very much a, here I am, and then here I am, and then here I am, right? It's going to be like, boop, boop, boop. It's not going to be, me taking a long time for stuff. But I was told to go and look at a bookcase. Another subscriber went on to the last video and basically kind of gave away ish what it is. I don't know. I get out a feeling what the end goal is, but like exactly where everything is, I don't know. If I can ask in the future, guys, please don't post direct spoilers, because not just for me, but anybody else who hasn't really played the game or hasn't played the game through. If you just post like, here's the thing and here's exactly what happens, here's the end of it, you kind of ruin some of the mystery of the game, some of the fun. Like discovering the triangle key opened it worked in a keyhole in that one house was like elation. I was so just, oh my God, this is amazing. It was just incredible feeling. And I like people to have that feeling. So I don't want you, if you can avoid it, please. If you want to give a hint, poke it, hey, make sure you go back and check this, or, on your video at this time frame, make sure you go back and kind of look at the thing you missed, or maybe you should examine that area a little closer. Fantastic. But if you just go like this, spoiler, it's like, it kind of ruins a bit of the fun of the game. I don't want to be handheld through the game. If you've come here to watch my gameplay long enough, you know that I'm basically playing the game for the first time. These are all new experiences, and I want to have that new experiences with everybody else. So I want to make sure that you experience my new experience, kind of live vicariously through, if you will, through my new experience, because a lot of people already played the hell out of this game. So here's my experience, here's my discoveries, here's my failures, here's my frustrations, here's my victories, right? If you're not into that, this is the wrong channel to be in. You might want to just move on, and a lot of people have, which is fantastic. I get it. I'd rather have people genuinely here because they want to watch it. Also, more so than subscribers and view counts, because I really don't give a crap about view counts. I've been doing this about almost 3 years now, and my view counts have always been kind of the same. I don't really care. What I love, though, is conversation. If you guys want to throw something down below, we're going to talk about a topic today. I'm not going to talk about it when I go to Memorial Lane. I'm going to talk about it when we go to the actual mission, which is Old Town. Oh, no, not Old Town. Yeah, Old Town. That was Old Town. Yeah, travel to Old Town. Okay, so when we go to Old Town, this is what the star means. We go to Old Town. Almost clicked it. We go to Old Town. I'll talk more about some stuff there. I want to get into topics and kind of get your guys' feedback on stuff. I'll try to keep it light, but it's going to be serious. It's going to be some adult conversation about stuff, about life and responsibility and a few other things, and just just being human. And I want to talk about that experience with some people and share my experiences, see if you guys are willing to share some of yours or share some of your thoughts on things. I really love hearing people anecdote about their life or work or something that happened to them. I have a lot of fun sharing those information because it really helps you understand the human situation and how we're all just part of the, blood and flesh race. I don't care about color. I don't care what hairstyle you have. I don't care if you've got a fancy purse or a nice car or a big house or a small house. You live in a shack. I genuinely don't care. Like, none of that stuff matters to me, only because it doesn't affect my life. You don't pay my rent. You don't put food in my mouth and all that kind of stuff. And this channel will never be monetized. But I do love the human experience. So I really enjoy that. So if you guys can do that, that'd be fantastic. So off to Memorial Lane. No more rambling around. I'm going to do my best to pick up the food cache if I can find it. So I'm just going to edit this here going forward to here's a thing, and then here's a thing, and then here's a thing. And we're just going to skip all the stuff in between. We're going to try to make that as short as possible. Then we're going to spend time talking about a topic. I'll reveal it later. And then but at Old Town we'll do that. What's the other thing at Old Town? Another food cache. Oh. Extra loot. Food cache. You know what? Oh, there they are. Tower death squad. I was looking for like death squads and elite squads. There's the death squad. Whoa. Wow, what's with the no herds? That's cool. How many days I got to this one? I have 2 days on the no herds. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it because I got to do this. But I have 3 days on the herd. All right, well, anyways, we'll go do that. Memorial Lane. Okay. So, real quick, I'll do a quick regrouping of the map. Where am I? Oh, I'm on the far side. So I'm basically just going to browse through, go straight through here to here to here to there. I don't remember which house it is that I need to go into. I think it's this one. I'll know when I get around this corner and I look. I'll know instantly which house it is that I need to go into. Because I remember the scenario. If you want to see that scenario, want to see what happened that brought me back here, go to episode 7. And then in the comments, you'll see one from Anomalous Insect pointing to a particular thing and saying, hey, make sure you check back on that shelf right there. Check that shelf out or whatever. Yeah. So anyways, onward. I already see a friend. Okay. And we'll try to do a little bit of looting if we can. All right, guys, I'm at the house. I think this is my house. I think this is the one I got to go into where the particular shelf in question is. So basically I went through here to a different location and then we did a raid on a house, but I can't remember. Oh no, this is not the house. This is not the house we did the raid on. This is the house yep. Oh, hey buddy. So this is the house we did the raid on. That one. Yeah, because I came in the back door. And then there's a bookshelf that I'm supposed to look for. All right, I'll meet you guys inside. Oh, okay. What? Okay, is this a clue? This looks like the high school. Yeah, this is Union High School. Oh, room 201. Union High School, room 201. Oh, okay. All right, so I need a key. I don't have a key. So that's the bookshelf. Okay, so I need to go to Union High School and find that key and come back here. There's a survivor again. I guess I'm going to loot, get to the nearest car to get out of here and just head out. I'll see you guys back at the base. Alright guys, we made it back to base. I found the clue. Hopefully I clipped that portion of the video down to almost nothing. So I'm going to go recycle everything, put that up there. We're going to do the high school later. I'm going to take a look at that. I remember the high school being... The high school... May. What is with the May picture? Like everything else stays where they are except May. Restless May. So Rampart is where the high school is. So I need to go to Rampart to room 102. Let's pull that clue out here. What's interesting is the clue to something, but it didn't go. It didn't go in like the clue book. Photo of Rampart Union. Junk. An old photo. There's something written on the back. All right. We'll put that right there. Oh, jeez. All right. Let me recycle all this stuff, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We did the recycling. I forgot I had access to this. So look what I got. Look at this thing. Oh, man. This is Samidi's hand. Hand of Death. The Hand of Death. So this is durability pretty high, sharpness max, throwing. I don't imagine this being a good throwing weapon. But yeah, so this is cool. I can do this kind of thing now. I can have, this and then close when they get a little too close to me here. Or grab with this, grab a head and so this is going to be fun. Of course, I still got this guy for close encounters. So I like to keep it close one. And then, of course, make sure I didn't drop it. And of course, I got the trusty bow and all the food. So we're going to go do the mission. Travel in O-Town. On the way to the boat, I'm going to talk about today's topic. So the video from this point on will be less edited. I'm going to skip a few parts here and there. And I just want to talk about... So, I'm really big, and I myself have been a hypocrite about it, and completely understand that. Oh, hello. No, I want my book. So I just want to verify I'm going to O-Town. So I want to talk about accountability, because accountability to me is the number one. I think it's pretty up there. If not number one, it's definitely the top three of what it means to be mature. And I'll understand, and I'll define mature. So I'll make sure I explain that. So we go into O-Town. All right, guys, here we are. So as we come in, I always like honesty. I just want to let you guys know I have actually tried to play through this map. This will be my 4th time returning here because this mission is crazy. So I'm going to I'm going to just breeze through the early parts. Like I just know where to go for the early parts, and then I know where I got stuck. So I'm just going to get there. And any exploration I do, unless something like I find a cool recipe or something like that, I'm just going to kind of skip around that. I had to stop playing. It was 2.5 hours in one session, coming back and forth. I was hitting like day 39, and I was still not able to find all the stuff. And I talked to my good friend AI, and he gave me a pretty solid hint. So basically, he just said it was a hint. He just gave it's in front of you, like you're staring at it. So, and I'll show you what I mean when I get to that part. So the mission, just to reiterate, is locate the cache, investigate the house on Walnut Street. So the house on Walnut Street is that house right there. So I already know what's there. So what we might do is do that part, go inside the house, find anything cool in there, and then work our way through the mission. Like I said, I kind of know, at least in the early stages of the mission, where to go. If you don't want any spoilers on this one, don't watch the episode, because everything is a spoiler. It's just weird. Like my controller is ahead of my hand by it's only a half a second, maybe at most, but it's still just annoying that everything's got no tracking. It's just that English. Man, I am combobulated. I didn't really want to come back. I'll be honest with you. I thought I was kind of done. So here's the mission. So, because I'm stupid. Yeah, there's some survivors over there. I didn't realize what this light meant. It means this. Purple light. That was a half hour. So what else was confusing? And people are going to be like, of course that's what it means. Because, there's always smart people out there who, armchair quarterback smartness. And then when you watch them play something, you're like, maybe you shouldn't be criticizing people for their lack of observational abilities. Everybody who plays VR has moments where they're just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I think it's reserve. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, where was it? What was remnants? Yeah, Lewis sketch. So this is, I got to look for Lewis sketch. And every time I come to this thing, annoyingly, I have to scroll down. And it takes 6 years to scroll. So the symbol, so if you see my light's on, without the light, you can't see that. So that was one thing. I'm like, where are these symbols? I don't know what they mean. So here's the heart. Heart means go this way. And look, Walker infested, turn back. And then there's another symbol. What does that symbol mean? It means go that way. So that's what I have to do. I have to follow these symbols with my flashlight. And again, that was at least a half hour wandering around. And I went back to base. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I realized purple light. Derpa. Because I'm smart. So anyways, yeah, so that's what I got to do. And then I get another piece of paper, and I'll show you up ahead here, that has different symbols. So as you find these clues, the symbols change, and you're doing an Easter egg hunt for these symbols. And that's kind of the gist of it. And that's, you know, I also found that I deeply, deeply detested this. There was just something about this motion, like a jabbing. And I even tried slashing to see if this light, just not a fan of this. So I'm going to go to stabbing and shooting. And then, of course, I figured out the right speed thanks to AI's amazing video. So there was a survivor over here. Oh, there he is. So this is how easy it is to kill these guys with this thing. Like I just went like this, and it just took their head off. Right? Okay. He agrees. And since I got some time, I'm going to utilize this guy a little bit more, just for now. Kind of split him off, because last time I was through, I ran out of weapons. So, man, these guys are terrible shots. And I didn't try to make friends with anybody in here. I literally just blasted everybody. Like, why isn't this guy shooting him? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't that guy seeing this walker and killing them? There was also a lot more. There was a lot more Spoon. Spoon's a lie. Why? There's a lot more. What do you call it? It's the spooky guys. You know, the ones who shoot and infect you and stuff like that. At one point, where's that guy going? Oh, there's another survivor over there. Yeah, see. So like I said, they're not friends.
What was that?
Oh yeah, what was that? I don't know.
Who's there?
And it's a headshot. So, oh hey. I don't know what she said, but it seemed poignant, meaningful. Oh, boo. Oh. Oh, she's on the side. Yes, sharp objects. I don't think there's anybody in the house. I don't remember being engaged by anybody from that faction. Okay, guys, I'm gonna search the house real quick, and then I'll come right back and I'll show you the next step, the next stage of this whole thing. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're gonna deal with this heavily armored dude. Okay. So there's a heart. And the heart tells you to go this way. So I'm going this way. And then over here is the second cache. Or hidden whatever. I'll put you away. I'll take you. So then here's a note.
I know you got a problem with punctuality. It's kind of your thing, and I get that. I'm not trying to change you or anything, but some shit just went down. And if you would have been here on time, we could have had a much bigger score. Just saying. I had to move it because Tara was sniffing around. Had my pack filled when they jumped me. Took everything I was carrying. You know me, though. I never carried a whole score in one go. That's a rookie maneuver. I went back to grab what was left. Still a hefty chunk. Drew another little key so you can find your half. I'll be waiting around nearby so we can powwow. Louise.
So that's the person who left all these little caches and stuff like that. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking for the truck. I'll pull it out in a second. I just want to make sure I can do this securely. Okay. So yeah, so now there's a note. No, sketch. So, sketch 2. So this is now, I have to look for this truck. And now the symbols have changed to this one. So this took me again a while to realize that the symbols are different based on the notes. So I'm looking for the next sequence with probably different symbols, and that's where I got hung up. But I actually know this sequence, so I'm just going to kind of progress through, and like I said, we'll deal with some of our host. I'm also going to show you guys some of the areas with the purple. Some woman back there is like, oh yeah, she's right there. These guys with the masks are kind of freaky because they're really protected. The Wascany rabbits, right? So as I move over here, you're going to see some writing on the wall. And what this is going to show you is that, I was going to say, see, so this is a medical cache. And it's interesting. Look, it's not showing up when I have to hold my light. So whenever there's this zone says medical cache, this is where I come for the medical cache. So that's kind of neat. That, holy cow, they like super multiplied here. Oh, see, there's a squishy guy right there. Oh, I accidentally... See, squishy. And that was a lot of wasted bullets. Oh, that was an empty mag. Okay. So, yeah. So there's our truck. There's our truck right there. So as I approach it, I can already see the symbol starting to show up. Whoa. There's a lot of these. But yeah, so as I approach it, you'll see the symbol appear. See, well, that's weird. The light's not working. It's supposed to show up on my chest. All right. Well, anyways, so now the new set of symbols is going to point me that direction. Yep, come on. Yeah, and again, it's just a real casual flick, and you're good to go. The problem is these guys with the armored heads. And then it does that sometimes. And then so you take both arms off, and then they die. Thank you, AI, for the pro tip. Anyways, it's telling me to go this way. I don't think there's any more symbols or anything to worry about here. Yeah. Someone just... Oh, that's a squishy. So there's the next symbol right there. I think that's a squishy. No, it's probably not a squishy, but that's all right. And they broke my arrow. So yes, so this symbol, again, I don't have to look at the map because I did this literally for 2.5 hours. Your boy was a little frustrated. Oh, and I promised to talk about something. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'll start talking about the topic. Yeah, see, there's the survivors. We'll let them kill some of the guys. But yeah, so on that garbage can is another one, and that one is interesting because that one took me a little bit to kind of trying to figure out what that even meant. I don't think this is squishy. Oh, it might be. Oh, it was. Damn it. Okay. So that's the thing. I was getting hit by squishies. Kill him. The fuck? So what I was talking about originally was accountability. Yeah, hi buddy. You gotta be accountable in life. You become a zombie and try to eat people. People are gonna go, no, bad zombie, and they're gonna murder you. Hi, dickheads. All right, so this is the way I gotta go, and I'll show you how I know this. Over here in the wall is the star symbol. Star symbol says go this way. Again, 2.5+ hours. So I earned just cruising through this. And plus, I don't want to waste you guys. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a survivor right over here. I wonder if I could lure guys over. Oh, I wish I had. Let me see. Let me just waste something from my inventory. In the face. Oh, squishy. I knew it. Knew it. What do we got over here? A couple guys. May have to go around and kill. I may have to sneak. So this is the way I got to go, technically speaking. So I'm just going to close that real quick. So they can bust through the doors, but it seems like with the pathing, they really don't. They spend more time just kind of going around it and stuff like that, or they just kind of stop short.
Walker, brain it.
So my accountability speech, proposal, if you will, is the fact that, for me, like the best sign of maturity for people is being able to take accountability for who you are, what actions you take, how you live your life, taking accountability for yourself. And by the way, this is the next one right here. See that star? That tells me to go left. I'm sorry, go right. Military right.
These things just keep coming.
Yeah, they do keep coming because you keep shooting. So I think, in my opinion, one of the first signs of true maturity is when you can take accountability for yourself, when you can actually take a real hold of who you are and where you are in life, and make it a realist, a delusional assessment of yourself. Come here. Other arm. Whoa. We'll just take your head off. And I think what I like to say, and I'm being distracted because of the game. So what I did was, this tells me to go right. So I went in the house and I searched this house multiple times, at least an hour or plus. Even found a safe I completely forgot about up there that I still don't have a code for. All this kind of stuff. And I was searching the street. I was going crazy. So I'm going to literally just turn what it says left and see if this is right in front of my face. Like, is it up there? No, it's literally right here. Son of a bitch. I 2 hours at least looking for this thing. Okay, here's more dialogue.
Well, now a walker's got us by the hair. Reclaim caught me while I was trying to find a hiding spot nearby. They took my half of the half that was left after the tower took the last half. I understand you got pressing issues that are holding you up, but I think we can both agree that this tardiness is resulting in some classic self-sabotage. Am I right? Same deal. I took my half from what was left, stashed yours at a new location. Please motor, Louise.
Yeah, that holds up really well too. All right, guys. So sketch number 3. So here it is here. So I have to look for this musical truck, and I'm looking for these symbols here. And this is my next path to the hidden whatever. I'm going to search his house. Since, again, I have no timer on mission-based maps. I don't have a timer, so I can take my time searching. But I'm going to skip all this stuff. I'll cut, unless something interesting happens in there, I'll cut it all out. So, see you guys in a bit. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just talk about my accountability while I go through the house real quick? So yeah, I think one of the most important things you can do is to. It comes down to honesty as well. Like, you just got to start being honest with yourself about how you're living, what you're doing. So if you think, let's say you can be, and I'm going to offend people, so I apologize, and I actually don't apologize, but I don't really apologize. So just want to be clear about that. I thought, oh God, that's the outside. I don't want the outside. Just close. Perfect. Okay. If you're 400 pounds and whoa. Dude, that bullet sounded like it whizzed right by my head. So yeah, if you're 400 pounds and you can't walk up a flight of steps without dying and all this kind of stuff, and yet you're going to complain about the quality of your life and everything, and maybe you're having trouble finding a significant other because, people just don't necessarily want to date somebody who has a real lack of discipline. Oh, these people like right here. Just gonna close the door. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see. But yeah, I think if you're going to live like that, or you're going to be a heavy drinker, and you're going to do drugs, and everybody around you is telling you you're different, you change, you're hard to deal with, like all this kind of stuff, jerky stick, and you just continue to just do whatever, and you don't care, and you want to delude yourself as opposed to taking accountability and saying, hey, I am responsible for being, this person, or doing this thing to myself. And I don't know, I just think, God damn it, razors everywhere, razors. I think, I don't know, I think you should really have a hard look at yourself and stop trying to pretend like it's okay. It's okay to live a shitty life, or to live with shitty conditions. Your house is a mess, and I mean, I'm talking a mess. I'm not talking like some dirty clothes on the ground or something like that. I mean, it is a mess, right? And dirt, actual like filthy bathrooms and sheets and stuff never washed, and just stuff like that. Just filth everywhere. I think you're kidding yourself if you think that you can continue being that way. And it sounds judgmental, but it's not because I haven't lived that way. I've lived with mental conditions that made me not want to even try. So I'm not saying I don't understand, right? I do completely understand. But you have to start facing reality, facts, and hold yourself accountable for the behavior that got you in that position. Or maybe it's not your behavior. Let's be fair. Maybe it's the people. I mean, it's your behavior in the sense of people you brought into your life, but sometimes you don't understand. Like, the person that comes in your life may seem great and amazing, and then for some reason, just everything just changes. It sucks that I got to pull this thing off my chest to make it work. Because initially, when I got on the map, it didn't do that. This house should be clear, so I'm not walking around with too much concern. Oh, am I damaged at all? I am, but I'm also gunked. All right, I don't want to take too many of these things. Look at them, man. They're just murdering stuff out there. Keep doing it, guys. Someone suggested that there is a finite amount of zombies to a map. So do their kills count for that finite amount? if that is such a thing. So yeah. So anyways, accountability, I think if we can all start doing that, take accountability for ourselves instead of expecting other people to do so, right? To compensate for us. I think we have a different kind of world. I think one of the biggest issues is this. Oh, Madison 15. So I think one of the biggest issues is that a lot of people expect other people to fix their problems for them. And I don't know, it's kind of like the Peter Pan syndrome a little bit. Don't want to grow up, don't want to, kind of face the reality of the situation I created for myself. And now someone else is going to fix it. Whether it's daddy government, and, just by that statement, you can probably tell how I feel about government. I'm not a fan. And, I want them out of my life, not more intrusive and more stuff like that. And I'm not saying that if you need genuine help, my mother was on child support for a bit too, and she got food stamps back when there's actual, because I'm old, back when there's actual food stamps, like there were actually like a booklet of stamps. So this is a gun cache, and there's no gun cache here right now. I just checked that area. But anyways, so accountability, guys, I think if we really start to kind of look at how we're living our lives and what we're doing and who we include in our lives, and we really, I'm struggling down there. Get him. Yeah, look at that pile of bodies. Good girls. Fuck you, corpse. Yeah, I mean, like the tower and even the factions in this game, their lack of ability to take lack of ability to take accountability for the damage they've done at the end of the world. Instead of trying to work together and be, a unified faction and all this kind of stuff. Oh, look at this. What is this? Gunpowder, working with metal. Oh, yeah, okay. So here's a safe, and I have no idea what the safe or the code for the safe and all that kind of stuff. Don't tell me unless it's just a clue. If you want to just give me a clue for it, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Next week, next video, we're going to do the Rampart High, which is always fun. That place is always crowded. So little crowded full of zombies, teenager zombies, just the worst. But I think if you can kind of have that realistic, if you can have that realistic conversation with yourself and say, okay, am I taking full accountability of my life? Am I living independent? Am I doing everything I can? And chase me all the way up here, you just died tired. But yeah, I mean, that's really the real question of this whole thing is, are you going to just live off of other people and live off people's generosity and always need somebody to help you at some point? You know what I mean? Like, or are you going to take accountability for your own life? Try to work for a better job, better career, just all that kind of stuff. Like, are you going to try to take an actual look at yourself and look at your situation and try to make it better? And this is not me talking from hypocrisy. I mean, I'm being very serious when I say that I've had to do long and serious evaluations of who I am and what I believe and who I've surrounded myself with. And I think that is one of those see, if I don't have to kill him, I'm not going to bother and save the ammo. All right. Anyways, we're gonna move forward. I'm gonna try to clear the streets a little bit, trying to find this truck with a musical instrument on it, because that's the next step. But so I don't know if my rambling and then kind of cutting off and then getting back in because the game's distracting me and stuff, if that's helping me make my point. So I hope that it's at least somewhat cogent. Oh shit.
Who's sneaking around?
It's just me. And I ain't sneaking. So what are you doing? Sneaking. Okay. So there's a truck, but it's not musical. There's no musical instruments on it. I'll get close to it though. See if any symbols are on it. Gotta watch out there. There's another survivor guy right over here. Just making the bodies, man. Just piling them up. Oof, that was a nice shot. Okay, let's look at this truck. So yeah, tell me what you guys' thoughts are on accountability. What accountability have you taken in your life? What accountability have you demanded from others? You know, people in your life, you should demand some accountability for them. Make them accountable to themselves. Make them hold on to, being independent and all this kind of stuff. Because honestly, unless you're a child, people just can't continue to live off you. Like they got to be a point where, you have to make them become independent, And again, I'm not talking about the special cases before anybody's like, well, what happens if you have this or that, or you have mental problems? I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is people who are people that are not disabled physically or that kind of thing. People who are, okay. Oh, is that it? I see a truck with musical stuff on it. Let's go over there and take a look. Oh God, there's a person, and they look unhappy. They look grumpy. I don't like them when they're grumpy. Yeah, you kill them zombies. That's it. That's our truck. Oh look, now the light's working the way it's supposed to again. All right, so there's the symbol. I'll take a look at the map and see what the symbol is. Let me see if I can just deal with these guys real quick. Oh. Where are you going? Get him. Get him. Oh, wow, that was high. Okay. What'd she say? I don't know what just happened there. Like she sparked for a second. What? Fuck off. This game and the respawning thing is just absolutely... It actually is the only thing for me that ruins this game, is the respawning thing. Everything about this game for me is fantastic, except for the fact that you turn around after walking 10 feet and there's a thing spawning behind you. It's just, again, see, it's just annoying. We kind of flip it in the air a little bit. Oh, that's some weird noises. Okay, let's go back to the truck and let's kind of see what we got. Oh, look. Hey, shoes. Juice. I got some juice. Oh my God, so annoying. All right, so there's one symbol right here. Is that a blobby guy? I don't think it is. Take a look here. Nah, he's good. Okay, he's safe. Oh, my knife. My kniff. Okay, let's pull the note. So it's going to be... Whoa, see, that was an issue that was happening before too. All right, here we go. So the V with the top open a little bit is go this way. Oh, and then the V with the bottom is go this way. Oh, there's a thing pointing to a medical cache. So go this way. Oh, that one looks juicy. Okay, so is it around here? So this is telling me go this way. So this was what was happening before. Where it was just annoying. It was like, okay, so where's the next symbol? Because there's no symbol here. So this one just says medical cache. Right? So this one says go that way. Is there something I'm missing? So this one's, it's like, it's either pointing me to that house. So let's go over this way. That's a weird position. So sometimes it's literal, like it's pointing me literally straight across. But right now, man, I am not seeing anything. So this is what was happening before, and I literally spent hours searching for clues. Oh, look, little handprints. Oh, look. There we go.
Fucking damn it. Your lazy shit-heel attitude has cost us even more supplies. As soon as I moved your hair, some peelhead with a gun got up in my face spouting, your food and your life. Had to give him my half. I really should just walk off with yours at this point. But I'm a woman of my word. I stashed the measly scraps left for you by the dock on Walnut Street. You can find them in some soggy boxes. Hope you choke on it.
Wait, Walnut Street? That's way back at the beginning. Man, you made me come all the way over here. Okay. All right, guys, let's fight our way to the docks and we'll get out of here. So, whoa! Okay. You kind of had that one coming. All right, I'm just going to fight our way there. And all right. Sploosh, kaplash, kapow. Just got to watch out for the guys with the flies. Watch out behind me. And slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, anyway, so accountability, as we head back, I'll just talk about that. And let me know at times when you've had to hold yourself accountable, when you had to hold, or even hold somebody else accountable because of just the BS they were pulling on you. By the docks, Soggy Bay, Walnut Street, so we'll take a look there. But yeah, I'm just curious if you have any, anecdotes. I'm trying to think. So I think I want to say I held myself accountable. I'm trying to think of a number of times. I've done a lot of self-evaluation over the years for myself. Okay, well, if you're not going to care about me, I'm not going to care about you. So let me think here real quick while we're heading over that way. I genuinely didn't mean to come up with an anecdote or any kind of story, but so I'm drawing a blank on one. I'm also focusing on the game, trying not to die. I want to say my attitude has been pretty bad at times in my life, and I've had to hold myself accountable. And while I'm not perfect by any means, just fucking sick of these people. Just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Oh, you're juicy. Yeah. So yeah, a juicy one? Let me see. Let me get close and see. So you're supposed to look for flies. But yeah, my attitude, the harshness of my tone, and a bunch of stuff like that. And to this day, I even had conversations with my current wife, with Bun Bun, about stuff like that. So I'm trying to be accountable for, like, when there's an argument or any of that kind of stuff. Like, I hold myself accountable for my portion of the contention, right? What did I say or do to help foster, even if I didn't do anything wrong? Oh, here's all the soggy boxes. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't do something wrong, I still am not helping the situation. Well, there's a bunch of boxes, but I don't see anything in them. Unless I'm missing it somehow. So I'm looking for any kind of clue. She said dock on Walnut Street. Oh, does she mean over here? Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. You got a key. Ha! Right back at you. Oh, look at this. Another little trophy. Cool. So that concludes this map. I'm trying to think if I missed any rooms. No, I think I got most of the houses, except the one house way in the back corner. I'm not going to waste the resources to go for that. It's just not worth it. I think I'm pretty full. Anyway, so let's go back to base. We'll talk some more. And I just want to mainly just kind of bring up a topic and maybe see if you guys want to have a discussion about it. So one of the things I was just thinking about as we were transitioning there is my workplace. Accountability for my behavior or some of the issues and stuff we've had at the workplaces, some of my workplaces, because of my attitude. So for instance, in some workplaces I've had, we've had a complete division of people, like very cliquish. And I think back and I hold myself accountable for some of that behavior as far as contributing to it. Because bottom line is I did at times, sometimes I gossiped about somebody and that created some division, that created some issues. See, May is just, maybe it's just that table. Maybe it just doesn't like that table. But yeah, I was responsible for that. So I had to really evaluate the situation, kind of look at everything and go, what am I doing to contribute to this hostility that everybody has, this kind of toxic garbage? And yeah, I've researched my behavior. I went back and looked at it and I said, okay, no, that was me. Or I helped contribute. I helped foster it. So that's what I mean by accountability. It's part of the maturity of life is looking at what you've done to contribute to your problems or other people's problems, and then trying to make some changes. How beat up is this guy? He's not bad, actually. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know if you got any times in your life where you thought about, you had to really do some soul searching and, things got really bad and you were like, what is going on? Why is stuff so bad? I didn't like this guy, so I'm getting rid of it. And just that kind of thing. Like, what parts did you give to the situation to make it, yeah, it's really hard to talk about too many things when you got stuff and you're distracted by things. Anyways, I'm going to finish this, guys, and we'll go to the crafting table. I'm going to load up on everything, and then we'll do the next morning, and I'll come back with some final thoughts. All right, so it's morning, and I recycled all my stuff. Let's see what...
717, backup requested. Memorial Lane. Heavy reclaimed presence looting National Guard cache. Bravo Company sustained severe casualties.
Oof.
Scouts procured intel on cache location. Intel on site at Command Post Blue. Herdstir delayed. Old Town.
Oh no.
Herdstir delayed. The Shallows. Herdstir's early. Bywater.
Okay, I don't think they mentioned Rampart. So I think we're good there because I want to go to Rampart and check the high school for room number 201. So second floor, there's something there. Let's go look at the map real quick and we'll plan our next adventure. So it looks like we have the new mission is travel to Memorial Lane, find the battlefield, optional, search the Blue House. So we'll deal with that one next time. We're going to go to Rampart High first, see what's in room 201, and then we're going to go to the war zone. That'll be our two-part mission there. I just want to look at the map. Kind of, this gives a better view of like what changed with Channel 47 here. Delayed herd. So delayed herd means it's still coming, but it's just going to be a little bit. But there's no benefit to going there in the sense of like there's no extra cash and stuff. So that's a war zone. So there's no herd. So this one's cool. So it's delayed herd and extra route and a food cache, which is cool. Early herd, which means fuck off. Oh, no herd. Again, no special anything. But Rampart conveniently has nothing. So that'll be a good like fast in and out mission that we can do. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the war zone. It sounds ominous. I'm debating. I stocked up on pistols, my bow. I've got a fresh katana. And debating about maybe worrying less about loot during this next mission, and just taking a fresh AR. Maybe not this guy. Maybe I'll build one because I think I've got enough. think I've got enough to build another fresh AR. Let's take a look. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can build a nice, fresh, clean, new one, and then build some ammo for it. So, yeah, we can do that. Maybe you know, we'll just. Oh shit! I forgot I had this thing. Yeah, and that'll be our battle plan. I'm going to recycle this guy. Before I recycle you, I'm going to recycle you. Bye-bye. And before I recycle you, I'm going to steal that ammo. And then you, I'm going to go there. So we'll pick up some minor loots and stuff like that, but regular guns and stuff, unless I really find something amazing, I'm just going to ignore those and just pick up loots to fill the backpack up. All right, guys. So accountability, I really hope you guys understood the point I was trying to make. It was a bit of a rambling on-off kind of thing again with the game. It's hard to focus when you're trying not to get eaten. But I just really want everybody to understand that if you don't start taking some focus on your life and start really doing an analysis, I think if you do that, I think a lot of your misery or uncomfortableness or hardships or heartaches, like all the stuff that you have throughout your life is really going to be minimized, not gone. You know, life is life. But you really got to understand that, kind of like Arlie Ermy said, you are the asshole in charge of your own destiny. Now drop and give me 50 push-ups, right? It's just, you got to start looking at stuff from that perspective. It's I'm not gonna say never. It's rarely ever somebody else's fault, really, right? Is it really? Is that guy being a jerk to you because he's just a jerk, or because of your tone, your initial interaction, because of the way you presented yourself or the thing you did? A great example, really quick. I'm in a grocery store, and this older couple here, and I mean older because they're, so to you guys ancient, but to me old because they're like 70s, 60s. And the husband is sitting here, and he's one of these like cucked, meek husbands who stares at his feet the whole time while the wife just does everything. She pushes the cart into the middle of the aisle. There's an aisle. She pushes her cart out into the middle. Now, because where she's at, I can't go around either way. So I stop, and I stand there, and I'm staring at them. The husband looks at me, realizes his wife is being a dumbass, taps her and says, "Hey, pull back." She goes, "Oh," and she pulls her cart back. Well, here's where, that's fine, right? Here's where the accountability part of it. Bitch, you sat in the middle of the aisle, right? You sat there, you blocked it, did not give a fuck about anybody coming or going. She looks at me and she goes, "Oh, I guess people don't know how to say excuse me anymore." I mean, really? It's just, I kind of went past her and stopped and looked right at her, and the husband like wouldn't make eye contact. The dude just like looking everywhere but me because he realizes his wife is an idiot. And she looks up for a second, and I said, "Well, apparently you're too stupid or what was it, like, you know, feeble or feeble-minded or something like that to realize you dragged your cart into the middle of an aisle. Maybe you just don't understand simple courtesy." And I just grabbed my cart and I walked up. Basically, I wasn't even halfway through my sentence, and the woman couldn't even make eye contact. All of a sudden, her little shopping list became so interesting because I think somewhere she knew. But instead of saying, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, I apologize, you know, things are happening, I'm in a bad mood, whatever," or just, "Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, sorry about that." Right? That's accountability. "Hey, listen, I apologize. Hey, I know I was blocking the aisle. I apologize for that. Right? Sorry, I didn't mean to get snippy or something." Take accountability. Apologize. Say, "Hey, I made a mistake. Now I'm sorry for you." You break something that belongs to somebody else, fix it, replace it, take accountability for it. You do a thing that's bad, right? You made a mistake. Own the fuck up to it and get it fixed. Do what you can to resolve it. You get yourself in a bad relationship, don't let it drag and drag because you're too afraid to face the consequences. Bun knows exactly who I'm talking about, not in our lives here in where we live, but in her life elsewhere. Just cowardly. Doesn't want to take accountability for the horrible situation this person helped to foster and create. And now they're miserable. They're miserable, and they're going to die miserable. And they're making everybody around them miserable because they just won't do the adult thing and take accountability for their actions and all the stuff they did. It's someone else's fault. It's that person's fault. It's these people's fault. Right? You go to work and they have layoffs because the company isn't doing well. And they're like, "Okay, we got to get rid of people." And you get laid off. Sometimes it's just a luck of the draw. Sometimes you're just a name on a list But sometimes, and probably more often because I've been in management positions, you're not that useful. That's you. You have made yourself, basically, you do one job, you do this one job, you don't branch out to anything else, you don't ever learn anything, you show no initiative whatsoever, you come to work, you, work, oh my God, it's so, and they hear you, right? And they get a sense from other employees that you're just a Debbie Downer, like you're just a hard to work with person. You're just negative all the time. So what do you think they're going to do? Keep you, the person who has one job and does one thing and is always negative about stuff, right? No, you're gone. You're out the door, right? They can replace you with almost anybody, depending on what the skill set is. You know, if you're a nuclear physicist, of course, that's different. But I'm saying if you work at McDonald's and you're the cashier and you just, can I help you? Hi. And you screw orders up all the time and stuff like that. And they're like, hey, we can't afford all the people on our shift. They're butt cutting us back. We got to pull some positions. You're gone. What happened? I don't understand. Just sit on TikTok like morons. What happened? I don't understand. What do you mean you don't understand? You were useless. You didn't make yourself accountable to being a better performer. You didn't make yourself accountable to being a good employee. You got hired. It's not just money. Be useful. Be accountable to your work and how you work and your attitude towards other people. If you make a mistake, own up to it. Hey, boss, I made a mistake. Listen, this is a problem. I made a mistake, and so I'm going to do what I can to fix it, but I just want you to be aware I made a mistake. And then just move on. Most people who get that level of honesty, unless it's like a catastrophic mistake, they're just going to move on. Oh, cool. You know what? I really appreciate that. Hey, listen, you've made some mistakes, but you've owned up to them, and you fixed them, and you did better, and you're doing better, and I can see improvement. I almost know no boss in the world who will fire you, or at the very least won't look at you as a better and proper employee. Like, they made some mistakes and maybe they don't know as much as they should, blah, blah, blah. But they're making improvements and they're making efforts and they're owning up to mistakes. And they're going to talk to other people, other bosses, their subordinates who are also management, like, you know, the supervisors versus the district managers, any of that kind of stuff. They're going to talk to these people and they're going to, he's got a great attitude though. And we can work with that. We can work with this attitude. He's trying to learn. Or you can come in and go, right? See this in relationships. People just give up on the relationship. Instead of taking accountability for their part of why the relationship went the way it went, they blame the other person, and then they just, see, they're terrible, they're this, they're that, so now I can go do whatever I want. I can ignore them, I can cheat, I can do all this kind of stuff. No accountability. You had a hand to play in the relationship getting to where it was, but you're not going to own up to it. You're going to blame the other person, and they're to blame. And I am talking from experience multiple times, unfortunately. So, and they've all had, negative ends to them. They all had bad results at the end. So unfortunately, that's just how human nature is. Beat the odds. Be better. Right? Let's be sheepdogs. Let's protect the innocent. Let's be better people. And let's stay better people. The number one way you're going to start doing that is take some accountability for your bullshit. And I'll see you guys. Bye.